To start this makeup look, I am taking this Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and I'm just going to dab that on the T-zone area specifically, and then lightly just start working that into the skin. It's going to fill in any pores, and it's going to give me a nice clean surface to work on. Next, I'm going to take my Max Fix Plus and I'm going to spray it all over the face just to prep the face before foundation. For foundation today, I'm using L'Oreal Infallible and I'm mixing the shades 101 and 105. I feel like that was the perfect mixture of shades for her skin tone. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit, I said, and that came out. And I'm just going to mix it together, and then I'm just going to apply that all over her face and just give her a full-on coverage. I always make sure to drag that foundation down towards the neck because I do not want any harsh line between the neck and the face makeup. For concealer today, I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer mixed with the LA Girl Concealer. First, I will lay down one pump in between the two eyes, and I'm just going to cover up the dark circles. And then I'm going to go in with the yellow concealer by LA Girl, and this is going to give that yellow undertone, and it's going to give that really bright highlight. I'm also going to pop that on the center of the forehead, on the bridge of the nose, on the cupid's bow, on the chin, and on the smile lines. With my damp beauty blender, I'm just going to go ahead and blend everything out and really buff the concealers in and mix it with the foundations. Once everything is buffed in, I'm going to make sure to set the concealer, and today I'm using my Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to pack that underneath the eye and anywhere else that I applied the concealers, and I'm going to let that bake. And I'm going to really pack a lot underneath the eyes because I actually want that to catch any fallout from the eyeshadow. Next, I'm priming her eyelids for eyeshadows, and I am using the Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion, and I'm just going to pack that all over her eyelid with a brush. And because it dries so tacky and so watery and so sticky, I'm going to take any translucent powder and I'm just going to set the primer just so it's a clean slate for me to apply eyeshadows on. For eyeshadows, I'm taking the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and start off with a pink undertone. It's really hard to describe this eyeshadow, but you guys will see it on the eyelids, so judge by yourself. I'm just going to pop that eyeshadow on the crease, not being precise. This is just a transition shade for the darker eyeshadows later on. Now I'm taking the mix of this brown eyeshadow with this grayish eyeshadow, and I'm just going to pack that strictly on the outer V of the eye, and I'm kind of applying that in circular motions. And I'm also going to pack this in the inner corner of the eye. The look I'm going for today is the halo effect, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to really pack that on the inner corner and outer corner of her eye. Here I'm just slowly building up the darker shades on the inner and outer corner of the eyes. Next, I'm taking this deep pinkish dark plum eyeshadow, and I'm also going to do the exact same thing that I just did with that mixture of those two eyeshadows. I'm just going to buff them into the outer corner and just building it up, buffing them in, building them up again, put them in the outer corner and the inner corner of the eye just to create that halo effect. Now going in with this Party Girl pigments, and these are from BH Cosmetics, and they're called Looking Good. I'm just going to wet my brush and start applying this pigment on the center of the eyelid where we left that blank space. I'm just going to put a tissue underneath because I already know these pigments are a hell of a mess to work around with. Again, I'm just packing that on the center of the eyelid and just allowing the pigment to dry on the eyes before she opens them. While the pigment dries, I'm going to go ahead and fill her eyebrows. She doesn't want crazy eyebrows, she just wants natural eyebrows, so I'm just going to touch them up a little bit because the foundation covered them a tad bit. Going back with the orange and grayish eyeshadow, I'm just going to pop that on the outer corner of the bottom lash line and the inner corner of the bottom lash line. I'm basically creating the exact same thing on the upper lid on the lower lash line. Again, going back with the pinkish deep plum eyeshadow, I'm doing the exact same thing, packing it on the lower lash line and the inner corner of the lower lash line. And again, same thing with the Looking Good pigment by BH. I'm going to pack that in the center of the eye. We're creating the exact same thing as the top eyelid. Now I'm just going in with a clean blending brush and I'm just going to blend the harsh lines out. Going in with any nude pen, I'm going to line her waterline. I did suggest a black eyeliner, but she doesn't really like black that much, so we stayed away from that. Here I'm just going back with a big fluffy brush and just blending the pigment with the eyeshadows together and making sure that there are no harsh lines and that all the eyeshadows are nicely blended. I'm going to line her eyelids. Today I'm using the Maybelline gel liner, and this one is in Blackest Black. And I'm just going to do a slight wing. I'm going to first line the upper lid and then just slightly wing it on the outer corner. I'm not doing a full-on wing, I'm just doing a tiny little flick. On top of the gel liner, I'm going to go in with my NYC liquid eyeliner just to tidy everything up and to make it super black and just to finish up the liquid liner. I'm taking my Essence All About Sunrise eyeshadow palette and I'm just going to take that corner eyeshadow and I'm just going to pack that a tiny little bit underneath the eyebrows. She had a little jungle going on, so that is why I didn't want to pack that on so much underneath the brow, because I didn't want to highlight the hairs. And then I'm also going to pack that on the tear duct area just to give the eye a pop of highlight. Now I'm taking the Fit Me powder, and this is in the shade 355, and this one is by Maybelline. I'm just going to start with a small brush. I'm going to start carving out her cheekbones, just softly warming up the face, and I'm just doing that in circular motions. I'm going to apply that on the hollows of the cheeks, on her jawline, on the sides of her forehead, on the forehead, and I'm also going to go ahead and do a quick nose contour with this powder as well. I'm going to take my Sephora bronzer, and this one is in Canary Island. This is just going to give her a little bit more depth in the cheekbones and make them look more prominent. And I'm doing the exact same thing with a different brush, just applying that strictly on the hollows of the cheeks, on the jawline, on the sides of the forehead, and on the forehead. It's just going to make her look a little bit more bronze. Now I'm going to take L'Oreal mascara, and this one is telescopic, and I'm going to coat her upper and lower lashes. For falsies today, I'm going to use 105 Ardell, and I'm going to apply them with my duo eyelash adhesive, and that dries black, which is perfect. I want to give her a little bit of color, so I'm going to take my e.l.f. blush, and this one is in Tickled or Twinkle Pink. I can't really remember. I'll link it down below. And I'm just going to lightly apply that on the apples of her cheeks. I do not want crazy blush because the eyes and the lips are going to be the main focus. Now going back with the Essence eyeshadow, which is the exact same dupe as the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. I'm just going to pack that on the highest points of her cheeks and then lightly dragging it towards above the eyebrow. And then I'm also going to apply that on the bridge of the nose, on the Cupid's bow, on the chin, and just basically all over. I got it all over her mouth, but that's okay. You cannot get enough highlight. I swear to God, highlighting is the best part. Then I'm just going to drag whatever's left over above her eyebrow. Now for the lips, I'm using NYX lip cream in Abu Dhabi, And then I'm just going to really pack that on, not being precise because I am going to overline her lips a ton, so don't you worry. I'm going to take Annabelle 305 Nude Luster Lip Liner, and I'm just going to start and really overline those Kylie Jenner lips on her. She barely has any lips, so I'm going to make sure that I give her full-on lips. I know I'm not doing the greatest job overlining this, but then don't you worry because we're going to go back with any concealer and we're just going to sharpen up those lines and give her the perfect lips. I did notice that one side was a little bit off, so I went ahead and fixed that with the lip liner. To finish up the look, I am taking Fix Plus by MAC, and I'm just going to spray that all over her face so her makeup stays all day and it lasts all night. So that is it for this makeup tutorial, you guys. I hope you liked how it turned out. She definitely loved it. Hi guys! Guess who's back? It's Haley! Finally, she is my victim once more. I did her makeup today because she came over, so you know what else is there to do than makeup? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this makeup tutorial. We definitely had some struggles. Big time. But it's just makeup, nothing we can't fix. And I think it turned out pretty good. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and again, if you want to see her on my channel again, just leave it down below. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do, you do it. You know what I'm saying. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you on my next tutorial, which will be on May very soon. Bye. You didn't even say a word. Well, do you have anything to say?
No.
Why?
I don't know. What am I gonna say?
What are you so shy for, huh?
It's pretty.
It's pretty? You like it?
But I have big lips because she overlined them, you know?
She's like, I have huge lips. I'm like, that's huge lips. She's like, oh. Look, they still look tiny compared to me. I don't know why I have these big lips, but I do. I do. What can we do?
I have no lips. So.
I know, so be thankful I gave you lips without lips injections. You know? I saved you, like, how much are lips injections? Like 800 bucks a pop? Saved you 800 bucks just by a lip liner.
True.
Alright. Bye guys. See you later.